Hi, and welcome to my video about exit slips. So here's a quick overview of what I'll be talking about today. So first of all, what are they? Well, they're very short surveys that are done at the very end of class, usually about 5 minutes or so. And they consist of one or two questions, open-ended prompts, that students hand in as they leave, as you might expect from the name. The idea here is that it kind of gives top-of-mind feedback, the first thing that comes to mind. It's very brief, and it's anonymous. And the instructor may choose to report the findings to the next class, let the students know what they learned from the survey. So there's different types of prompts depending on what kind of outcomes you want to get from the activity. Marzano suggests there's 4 types of prompts, and those are formative assessment, and this is where you're looking for some idea of how well the students understood what happened in that lesson, the content. And self-analysis is where you'd be looking to promote some sort of critical thinking or self-reflection on the part of the students. Feedback on instructional strategies. So as opposed to looking at the content, here you're looking for feedback on an instructional strategy that was used in that lesson. And finally, there's open communication to the teacher, where you're looking for some sort of a critique on the teaching. So there's a number of benefits. It's easy and quick to implement the exit slips. They don't take a lot of planning. They provide a natural closure to the lesson, so a natural end in your lesson plan. And they're anonymous, so hopefully the feedback is more honest. And it promotes student involvement in class, so it shows them that their input is valued as part of their learning experience, and that their feedback is being used. Now, as with anything else, they're not perfect, so here's a few cautions to be aware of. To me, the largest problem is that students might want to leave early, and therefore either leave it blank or not give it quite the attention that you would hope. And the feedback may be too brief. So it may be that you get some sort of indication of something that you'd like to improve, but given the nature of the exit slip being very short, that you don't get very much detail or depth in order to actually be able to make changes. And it's harder to follow up on this because they're anonymous. And finally, especially in larger classes, they might be very time-consuming to summarize and go through all the results. This, of course, also depends on the type of questions and how you ask them. I don't think that exit slips would work as a group activity to reduce the number of responses, because the whole idea is that they're very short and that they're kind of off-the-cuff remarks that you're looking for, and I think making it a group activity would kind of take away from those two goals of the activity. So thank you for your attention, and here are some further reading for you to look into exit slips.